Hello, guys. I don't know if you can see me. I'm waiting. We were just feeding outside. I don't know if I'm even live yet. So if I am live, I'll start talking. The kids and I were outside, and Nina, we're outside feeding. Everybody was finishing up. We kind of lost track of time. So I looked down at my phone, and I had 2 minutes to get in here to set everything up. So we'll see. Hello, Chris and Larry and Willoway, Wendy. How's everybody doing today while we're waiting on everybody to get in here? Kind of need to angle the camera up a little bit. Oh, Nina said she'd get it. That top that you just heard, it looks like it's like right above my head.
Well, one, I'm going to come closer.
Okay. You have to loosen the big knob to be able to do it. Fantastic. So as soon as the kids are getting here, we'll kind of talk about what Ava is doing tomorrow, and we have to get ready for. We have to get ready for tonight. We actually have to go drop Ava off. I'll let her tell everybody. Doing a little bit of remodeling, Wendy. You want to sit down with me, babe?
I like it better when you did it over there.
I know, but everybody can't fit on that computer screen. Oh, I need to do something first. Had to turn my ringer off, otherwise it would be going crazy here in a few minutes. Ooh, I feel special. Nina decided to grace my presence with her today.
Not sponsored by
Hey Earl, how you doing? Earl, I don't know if you've seen Nina yet in the videos, but this is my wife. I kind of married up. Don't tell her that, she'll get a big head. So we're over at Earl's live. I was over at Earl's live the other day, and someone made a comment. They wish they could have. That they wish they can. They wish they could have a phone where they couldn't hear their wife, but they could talk to them. It was pretty funny. Pleased to meet you, Earl said.
Hello, Earl.
She's not. So the YouTube deal is pretty well my deal. She tries to support it as much as she deems necessary, I guess. It's a good way to put it. Like when we went to a YouTube, what would you call it? That homesteading expo for Keeping It Dutch and Hidden Heights Farm and all of them. She actually went, walked around, because I was working the gate for a big majority of it. Yeah. Now just go to here and then type in. Just make sure the volume's off because you'll get feedback.
What?
Oh, hello, Homestead, where you are. How are you doing today? Hey, guys, make sure the dogs stay outside so they don't run and knock over the tripod.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess since you have that, I really don't need to even look at this. So Willow Way is Wendy. Chris and Larry, that's probably Chris. Josh just hopped in as Skinner Farms. Redbird, hello, how are you doing? Hello, Josh. Kettle Kitchens, Tony.
He pressured me. He pressured me to sit with him. And he's kind of in the doghouse for the last video.
Oh.
I told him to edit something out and he didn't.
Oh. So in the last video, she's talking to the camera. She goes, I had to leave it in there because I thought it was funny. Redbird Farms is Brenda. I don't think I missed anybody.
Are you coming in? We'll do this first because we can't be on too long tonight.
Yeah, so I don't know how long we're going to be able to be on tonight because we have to go drop someone off here in a few minutes. Do you want to, Ava, do you want to tell everybody what you're going to do? Well, just not yet.
Oh, it's delay.
Yeah, there's a delay.
So my mom and dad are taking my. I'm gonna be having a horse show, Friday and Saturday. But Friday's the clinic and Saturday's the show.
What kind of show are you going to do?
Pleasure and some pattern events and possibly cow
Hey,
and trail.
Cow work and the ranch trail.
Yeah.
You're gonna do ranch trail.
But actually,
You're gonna do the horsemanship. You're gonna do the Western pleasure. The rail work.
ranch trail.
Yeah.
And then
Up there. You guys? Come on, Landon. Oh, Mr. Muscles is in the house. So in the last video, Randy from Missouri Outlaw, he renamed everybody. He's not in here today. He may be driving or something. Here, I'll see. You will be here as long as I tell you to, Willis.
What's that?
Hey, Dale from 9 Acres. How are you doing? And did someone else come in? I was over on Dale's live earlier. So Landon has been doing pitching practice. Landon, so do you want to be a pitcher or do you just want doing it for fun?
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's I'll pitch, but I kind of like being in the field or being behind the plate.
Still at the farmers market. So last year, Land did in the year did no. So last year Landon played, or last school year, because we're at summer break. Landon played the catcher pretty much every game, or every game. And so they had this pitching clinic, and Landon went ahead and went to it. So we're missing a child. She keeps walking around. I seen her. I think she's going to be going with him or Ava to tonight. We're dropping them off tonight, and then Nina's mom is taking them down to the clinic, and then Saturday's the show. I have to work tomorrow, and Nina has to work tomorrow, so we'll go down Saturday for the show.
And during the break, they had cooked that. So that's cool.
And we did get something new for the farm.
We did.
What?
Yeah. So the deal that I'm picking up tomorrow.
What are you picking up tomorrow?
No, we're not saying it yet. We're not saying it yet.
Is it really for the farm?
Yeah, what we mowing some around with it?
You should give it away. Oh, God.
How much more obvious can Dad make it without?
Hey, shh.
Dinner farm says it keeps breaking up.
It look. Does it? Is anyone else seeing it break up?
Emma,
Yeah.
no.
I mean, you can just come on that.
No.
I'm good.
I'm about to get out of here.
It's 74 here. What? No, those. So it's not freezing up on anybody. Just Josh. Breaking up on my end. So I don't know if I turned.
But you're not talking very loud.
I don't know if I turned it on mobile data or Wi-Fi. That could be my fault. But if I hit it now, it will kick us out of the live stream.
Can't
Okay,
you just
quick.
get back on?
I don't know. I think you can. So I'm gonna put it on Wi-Fi, and if it kicks me out, I'll be right back. I promise. Hey, turn it down.
The little way Rain says hello. Work.
So Josh, is it any better? There's a pretty decent delay with StreamYard because it's a third-party app. So it takes it a minute. My end.
On your phone, it isn't.
Well, it's not going to be on the phone.
Oh, wait. Are you back?
Yeah, it's back. Okay. That was my fault. I turned my Wi-Fi off for some reason.
Okay, but you want to tell everybody loudly what you're doing?
No, about what you're going to do.
Yeah. Tell them.
Hang on, wait.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, so this weekend, Mom and Dad are taking me to my nana's, so I can have a horse show Friday and Saturday. Friday clinic, and then we're gonna be staying at a hotel so, for the horse show.
Still buffering.
It's buffering on my phone.
Turn your Wi-Fi off on your phone.
My car.
Huh?
My
Okay, if we lose you again, it's my fault. Josh is, or Redbird is,
You're blurry and a little.
okay. I just changed it, so let me know. Oh, knocked over my work computer.
I feel like your lives go.
I don't know.
You were here on the last
It's a sign. I don't need to be on the live.
Oh, it's not that bad.
It's a kid cat.
Okay. So I just changed something. So let me know how it is, I guess. But we're not going to be able to be on real long anyway because we have to take Ava and Emma over to Nina's mother's house. So pictures better so far. Still choppy. Josh, maybe you're just a little choppy.
That was earlier.
I know. He said, yeah, it's still a little choppy.
That was,
Oh,
that was-
okay, Josh, maybe you are still choppy, but I don't know. Or not. So on Hello Belt Loop 29, how are you doing?
I don't think she's gonna tell the story.
What?
Let her
Oh,
finish.
Ava.
If I say it too many times, I stutter and I can't word that.
So I'll tell you. So Ava is going to a horse show Saturday. Friday there's a clinic before, so she's going to go down there with her Nina's mom, and then stay the night at the hotel. Which, granted, it's only like an hour, 20 minutes from us, but I think they have to get up early to be at the horse show Saturday. And they kind of conned Nana into staying at a hotel.
They did.
Well, Nina's sister's daughter did. What did they say?
And they got a pool, so they're gonna swim and
We rented stalls.
have a good
I subscribed the other day, so another live stream doing. Well, thanks for asking. We're doing great, Belt Loop. Belt Loop, if you don't mind me asking, and you don't have to answer, but what's your name, or if you want to be called Belt Loop? Brenda said it sounds like fun.
Yeah.
And Landon, tomorrow, do you have weightlifting? So he has weightlifting and pitching lessons tomorrow. Hey, the organized pineapple's in here. How are you doing?
Who's the organizer?
The organized pineapple is
You look constipated when you make it face.
so the organized pineapple. There's so many people's name. I'm trying to. My notes are over there by my computer, but I want to say. I can't remember, and I'm sorry that I can't remember.
Just pineapple. Okay.
Okay. I remember seeing it on Mr. Boots and Bounty. I'm pretty sure, because he sits in front of his computer. We're actually. Would you quit shaking your leg, woman?
Sorry.
Eva, look.
Okay. Well, she did the Danny Days homestead video, and I think that might have been where I seen it on Danny Days.
What's a monkey with an axe? That's a hammer. An axe. That's a hammer.
Hello, Emma. Do they know that that's you in the chat?
I don't know.
Oh, she said, "Hey, Dad." Oh, okay.
What's a monkey?
Hey, Shannon, how are you doing from White Shoulder Boar Goats?
Do you feel outnumbered?
I am outnumbered all the time.
About what? About what?
I know Landon feels outnumbered
About what?
all the time. Because there's so many of us. And there's only 2 boys.
Yeah, and a lot of times Landon's gone. Landon, quit with the bottle. You do not have to squeeze it to take a drink.
I didn't squeeze it.
I have instant
No.
replay.
I did this. I blew
Okay,
it out.
nonetheless. But Landon's gone to practice or game or something all the time. So most of the time it's just me here. Yeah, so Beltluke, Landon was in here a second ago. He went outside. He's been doing pitching practice, getting some lessons, and he's feeling a little shy, so he wanted to go outside. He's our oldest. Hey Shannon, where's Randy at today? Peterson Farm from Nashville. Hello, how are you doing today? I just watched one of your videos.
Randy isn't feeling well.
Oh, well, hope he gets feeling better.
Yeah, I missed the
Shannon?
champion.
Yeah. Tell him that Ava and I missed him being in the live.
He's not-
What? Choppy again?
Mine's not. No.
Oh, you can go on Wi-Fi. I took it off.
Mm.
Landon.
He just wants to hang that down.
Okay.
Here, give me.
No, it's fine.
He just snuck in.
Yeah. So this is Landon's dog, Gabe. He's an attention getter. He has to be in your face all the time.
Okay.
It's okay. Landon.
Except for Landon's attention.
Yeah.
I give him attention.
No, but you
Yeah, I know, but he doesn't. He he didn't even go with you.
Okay, well, yeah, but he looks at me and went, but I want to stay.
We got new furniture in the living room, and he can't. Before we would let him up on the couch with us. Like if I get up here and sit down, he wanted to hop up in my lap. Well, now he's not allowed on the new couch. The only one thing that he can get in is my recliner because I didn't get rid of my recliner. So Nina's mom actually raises the Australian Shepherds. That's how we ended up with 2 of them. And then we just adopted a German Shepherd puppy from the pound. 12 Stones is in here. How are you doing? Thanks for coming. Landon just put him outside, and he was started to bark until Landon walked away from the door. So you don't have to.
Well, no, it's fine.
No, it's fine. This way it makes it easier for me to see you.
No. Not that it's bad. We just can't do it. I don't think they'd ever get their work done.
What?
It's not that we
Oh,
couldn't
no.
do it. Someone would have a hard time enforcing the rules. What? What are you looking at me for? But we had considered it when the old virus hit, homeschooling, because they did a lot of the virtual learning, and it was a nightmare.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Really bad.
So normally when Nina yawns, I stick my finger in her mouth, and she kind of has a little PTSD about me doing it. So now she covers her mouth all the time. Yeah, I think Nina could do it a lot better too, Pineapple. If it was someone else's kids, Nina could enforce the rules a lot better. And it's not that our kids aren't bad kids by any means. I mean, they're well behaved kids, according to every other parent that houses they go to. They're fabulous kids, but they have their moments at home, and they don't tell Dad no ever, or they don't not do what I tell them to do, and especially I don't tell you 3 times. And yeah, Chris,
I don't know how to do it.
guys, knock it off. You're acting like 2-year-olds. How long have we been married? Do you even remember what year we got married?
13 years.
Yeah, but so we got together when we've been together for 15 or 16 years. Because Landon's 14. Carpenter Self-Reliance, how are you doing? Thanks for coming in. 25 years, that's I don't know. Chris, I don't know if you heard that. He was like, must be terrible. Andy and I get our 21st. Yeah, what's kind of strange, it's not strange for like Like my grandparents, they were married until my grandpa passed. But it's getting rarer and rarer to see people married for more than 10 years. It's just crazy, which I don't understand. I mean, yeah, marriage is, it can be tough at times. I think you just have to have a common goal and be able to work through it. And Nina and I, it's working for us right now. Knock on wood. Um, she's as hard headed as a piece of wood sometimes. Is what I was getting at, Emma. Um, we've been married for 41 years.
Just celebrate. Retirement, when you retire from work.
What?
Go ahead.
So, well, you see her cover.
Tired.
You see her cover her mouth real quick as soon as I looked over there. She knew it was volume about to happen.
Mom, you know if we do this,
Not really.
Mhm.
She's actually bit my finger once. We were driving in the car, or she was driving the car, and she started yawning. I had my arm on her chair over on the side, and I just went like this. And as soon as I did it, she like bit down. I think she was baiting me to do it. Bit down on it, and she wouldn't let go. It was pretty funny. We come down, just like her. Nina's gonna fall asleep. Yeah.
I'm tired today.
People won't put
30?
on it.
We've had a busy day.
I
Got up, barrier, worked on the pool, separated the goat,
We took some
loaded
goats.
up the goat.
That's going to be an upcoming video. We took some goats to the cell barn. Coffee all around. I could go for coffee. Nina couldn't. Yeah, coffee doesn't bother me. But yeah, we took 2 nanny goats to the cell, and then 12 little buck kids to the cell. It was, so I should have banned them. It was kind of my fault that I didn't ban the little bucklings, but I didn't. What are you gonna do about it? It is what it is. And they'll probably they'll probably bring, $5.50, $6 a pound. So the baby. So we raise 3 different breeds of goats here. We have pygmy, which are Nina's, and then we also have some Spanish goats. But the main ones we have are boar goats. And the reason why we do boar goats is because I originally bought them for the kids to show. They wanted to do showing, and since I kind of had to have a reason to buy some goats, and it's worked out because we make really good money off of the goats. And it really helps counteract Nina's horse addiction.
My horse addiction, sure.
The goats will eat anything. People say that, and I thought for the longest time it wasn't true. But there's very few things that a goat won't eat. There's some things that's poisonous that a goat won't eat, though. But we don't have any of it. They'll eat anything here. So when we bought this place, it was just completely covered in Cerisa lespedeza. We bought the first time we cut the hay off of it, it was just junk. And at that time, I didn't know a whole lot of goat people looking for hay. And then we bought goats, and then the guy pulled in to cut the pin where the goats are. And he asked me, he's like, "Did you spray this or something?" And I was like, "No, I didn't do anything. Could just turn the goats out." And because it was solid Bermuda, just pretty as it could be. And that guy, he couldn't believe how good of a shape that. See you later, Brenda. Have a nice night. Thanks for coming in. He just couldn't believe how good of a job they did. And then they do really good on like Johnson grass and stuff like that. We had bad Johnson grass along the fence lines. They went in and cleaned it up. There's none out there anymore. They actually get out of our. We live on a dirt road and a highway. We live right on the corner. They actually get out on the south side and go over along the wheat field where they have Johnson grass right there, and they'll just stand over there and eat the Johnson grass. Yeah, they clean up fence lines really good. They're really bad about. Goats are really pushy on a fence. They're not too bad on a hot wire. Especially once they respect the hot wire anyway. Yeah, yeah, we had blackberries. They just destroyed them. Yeah, so in that same field where the original goat pen was, that's where all of that those blackberries were. Mm-hmm. So if you cut blackberries, they spread. They spread like wildfire. So you can spray them with like Rumensin and 2,4-D or whatever concoction you can think of. It'll kill them for a year, but they always end up coming back. But the goats being on there, man, them goats will just go to town on it. And I don't know if we have any blackberries, but along the north fence where the neighbors are.
Mm-hmm. Well, that.
Yeah. They did when we had. So we had a big buck, a boar goat. We named him Moscow. Thistle. I don't know if they really mess with thistle. They may. We don't have we have thistle around here. I just don't have any thistle on this place. Yeah, Jerry, with remedy on blackberries, the only problem is they always seem to come back unless you add a little bit of diesel. Put it nicely. They always seem to come back. At least in.
How would you not get diesel?
Because some people are weird about spraying chemicals and stuff on. And not that I'm not going to tell someone else how to farm. This is just how I do it. No, we do. So, just because this place was really mismanaged when we bought it, like the weeds were horrible. Hey, Simply Jan, how are you doing? Thanks for coming in. So I did have to spray and I still do spray in one part of the pasture where the goats don't go. But it's almost to the point where I don't have to anymore. Nubians. Yeah, so Chris, whenever I do, hey Steve from Wyoming, sure not from Kansas. Got sidetracked again. Shannon, you're gonna have to tell Randy about it. Chris, what I was saying was, whenever I on the Saturday deal, the Saturday with Josh and I, whenever I interview you about your deal, I want Nina to set in because she wants to. She was real big into the goat milking, wanting to do the goat, or you wanted a cow, then you wanted a goat, because we do have one Nubian nanny on a Saturday. No, not this Saturday. I don't know. I have to. I'll get with her about it. She said that she would do it. Like she hopped on last weekend. So I already have that posted for this Saturday. Yeah. For it, I renamed it because Josh and I didn't really care for what I had it named.
Does anybody make goat cheese? I want to learn how to make goat cheese. Not that I would make it really, but I. Goat cheese.
Yeah, there's several of them. Well, usually Togethers in here.
You have all your clothes packed.
Yes. Stomping like some wildebeest.
Oh well.
You do have all your clothes packed.
They make a lot of goat cheese.
Oh, yummy.
Do you have videos on making it? I watch that. No.
Nina doesn't watch very much YouTube. The only YouTube Nina watches. Oh, come on, we gotta tell them.
Pimple pop.
She said pimple popping on YouTube is Nina's like.
It like relaxes me. Oh,
The,
that's weird. I don't tell a lot of people about it.
You just told how.
No, you told however many people.
Ava, actually.
Goat cheese and salad is awesome. Our new land. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, but 9. What? I'm not goat cheese, man.
I don't know if I've ever tried goat cheese. I did at the homesteading. There was, I don't remember who it was now. I'd have to look. Talking about goat cheese,
wasn't the Mac.
and they said that like
Dr.
They
People
had-
Popper. Yes, exactly.
they had Nubians, and they said Nubians made really.
Yeah, that's what Chris has.
Oh,
We make cheddar, soft cheese,
well, I like ricotta.
goat cheese is the bomb. Who's faucet? So I'll have to find a video, Jan. If you do it right, it doesn't taste any different. So do you have to pat? Well, I tell you what, Chris. So this next coming weekend, hopefully we can get Dale. He was wanting to come on this following week. But maybe in 2 weeks, or I will just shoot you an email and see what weekend at 10 o'clock in the evening works best for you, and then you can get on here and tell Nina all about your goat cheese and milking processes. Well, we don't really get to watch very much TV. That's why honestly, all I watch is YouTube. Especially it's
Some of them are gross. Felt loose. Some of the, and And I don't watch it I can't watch it when I'm eating. I can't watch it when I'm eating. I can't be eating or a lot of the time, like before I go to bed, or it just relaxes me.
Okay, Chris, I will. Yeah, so Jan, maybe we can get Loose Faucet on the Saturday live stream with Josh and I. That would be pretty funny. Be a good time. It's funny.
The Sis, that one, yeah. Emma ruined it for me today. We watched someone Sis, and she's like, "Oh, it's like the yellow yolk of the egg," and I was like, "Oh, I'm not eating that
Especially
anymore."
whenever it's like that one, and then you pop it when it's cooked.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Ah,
Sounds great. uh, I don't know how this turned into pimple popping. She totally would love to come. Okay, Jan, is your email on your about page? If not, mine is, and you can email me or Josh, either one. Hey Josh, Loose Faucet, Simply Jan's sister wants to come on the Saturday deal with you and I. Oh, Josh, what you missed is Nina's pimple popping addiction on YouTube. That's pretty much, she watches a lot of it on YouTube. That's
I can
what you
never
missed.
find it. What's the first
It's
one?
in my description. Okay, I'll get on there. It'll probably be tomorrow before I get a chance to. Oh, Josh has it. Okay, well then, Josh, I don't know. I actually. I'll text you tonight. Later, Josh. Maybe go with pimples. LOL.
Maybe good.
Forza Wider. The blackhead.
What who's Loose Faucet?
Loose Faucet is Simply Jan's sister. Loose Faucet. Oh, she does. Well, that will be very entertaining, Jan. I'm just, well, really, the only thing that ever has bothered me, like I grew up working on a hog farm, and I have sat and delivered pigs, shoulder deep, pulling pigs out, eating a bologna sandwich, and I'm fine. But as soon as one of the kids start bleeding, like I stay calm, but it's still like just yeah.
What? Well, there's isn't there one?
Oh, that's not bad.
I even got injured separating the. Yesterday she got injured trying to put the poles up when the rain came in. Today she got injured separating the goat.
Ow, ow, ow.
Did you see? Oh, Jan, you'll never be the same after you meet my crazy twin sister.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone have anything exciting coming up on their channel? I was kind of catching up on the comments here. Oh, I started to tell a story earlier. If Randy was here, he would definitely be sidetracking me down here in the comments. But so we had this buck named Moscow. He was a big boar. I don't remember what he weighed when we sold him, but he was a massive boar goat. One day, it was before was it before we started YouTube? When he got me? when he pinned me down out there.
Whenever we were moving that.
No, we already had you.
Oh, we were just
You
getting
were
that in there.
building that.
Yeah.
So we were getting this new. Well, actually, yeah, because Landon helped me build it on YouTube. We were getting this new building out there in the buck pen because Moscow destroyed it and the wind came and actually flipped it on its top. So me, Ava, and Landon and Emma, we got this hut frame built and we were carrying it in there. We set it kind of roughly where we wanted it at, and Ava was standing right beside Moscow. He was massive. He's a massive goat. And I was like, "Hey, Ava, why don't you come over here on this side of me? Because we just put some nannies in that pen." And he's kind of a little temperamental, but he seemed to be fine. We had been in and out of there for hours at this point. Next thing you know, here I am. Imagine this, right? So I'm laying on the ground with my legs wrapped around his neck, horns here, right? And I mean, he cut me up here. I'm on my leg. I have a huge scar still. It's horrible. I mean, he just outright messed me up. But I didn't know it was coming. So I'm locked around him, right? Hands on his horns. They're out like this far. And Landon comes up to me and looks down, and he's like, "So, Dad, you need a hand?" Yes, I need a hand. No.
Well, apparently it was pretty traumatizing because the girls cried.
I thought we were gonna die.
Yeah, he got me pretty good. So I got some scars here from it and over here, and then on my back I have a big, about a 7-inch scar, and then around my knee. And we did have the YouTube channel, but for some reason we filmed building it. I wasn't gonna film setting it in there. I was gonna do one of those, thumb click, thumb deals and have it setting in there. And yeah,
We will not have another boar or another buck with horns.
But if without horns, it could be even more dangerous so that I could go bam on your brain
no.
and grab it.
Because he attacked me one time, bruised my leg all up.
Yeah. Nina had bruises that were probably because his horns. He was only 3 when we sold him, and I'm not kidding. I think he weighed like 450 pounds. He was a massive boar goat. He actually broke the cell barn record whenever he ran across the cell ring. He was the highest selling goat to ever go across the ring where we took him at.
Okay, I'm here to keep you in mind. Paper and sleep on the couch. Yeah, she snuck those gummies over here.
Oh, yeah, that's Randy.
She said, "Yes, he's back."
But yeah, so that's my story. I haven't ever said it on YouTube about Moscow attacking me like that. But yeah, I got a pretty good scar on my leg and a couple on my. That one, he horned me right in the nipple of all places and then drug it. It was horrible. It burned for days. I would have watched it too, and I would have laughed, but it didn't get recorded.
Wow. I need to smack that girl.
The dolly, not the dually. The dolly.
And then that big frame, he pinned you up against it.
I don't even know how I got on the ground, Ava.
Okay.
No,
so
okay,
here's,
so-
You
here's
gotta say it to the camera. Don't say it
here's
to me.
the actual part of before how it started. So I was by Moscow, and Dad asked me to move, and then Moscow went after me. Dad said get behind me, and then Moscow took out his leg, and then he fell over the big blue metal part that we the frame.
No, Randy, we can't do a replay. That son of a gun is gone. After that, we finished breeding with him, I wouldn't let any of the kids go in there with him or Nina. I would be the only one to go in there, and we got rid of him because after that he was never the same. Even getting him in the trailer, I I got in the pen and coaxed him up into the trailer, but it was still he was never the same. I don't know. He was a big pet when we got him as a baby. I mean, he just wanted to play and have fun, but the last couple weeks or couple months that we had him, he did not.
I think maybe that's what we did wrong. We played with.
I know, Shannon. I seen you going out there with your bucks the other day. They're big babies.
Oh,
A replay of what I just did on camera. Is that what he was talking about? Maybe about Luke. So yeah, that was an interesting deal. So I think kind of what started the whole thing. So a buddy of mine, a really good friend of mine, he wanted to breed him to some of his show nannies because he was a show quality boar goat. He was 100% registered goat. He had really good papers, um, and he was built really nice. But we let a friend borrow him, and one day he calls me and he says, "Hey, Mitchell, you know this buck, he'll chase you down and get you on the ground, right?" And I said, "Well, he's never done it to me." So then every time from then on, every time he'd go out there to feed those nannies and where he could keep it, he'd chase him around the feed trough. You remember him telling us about that? And then he got sick in 2020. We'll let you make your own conclusions there of what it was. But his son come down to feed for him one day that I couldn't make it over there, and man, he got him pinned. He flipped him over the feed trough, and that's pretty much right after that's when it all started. Yeah, I do too, Randy. But if I do that, then I don't have. It takes money off the bottom line. Otherwise, it would. It can be dangerous. Yeah. Shan, I wish I would have had one, but I don't know if it would have done any good at that point by the time he had me on the ground. Yeah. Hercules he is a nice looking goat, Shannon. I seen him the other day.
Pygmy buck.
Yeah, we do have a pygmy buck.
He doesn't have horns. He's really nice. But we didn't play with him either. I don't know if that makes
You.
Yeah, right to the nostril. Uh, it's not hard to. I mean, you can find a buck. Really, if that's what you mean, like, is it hard to find a boar to be a buck to breed your goats with? No, that's easy. But a lot of people like try to raise show quality goats because they I like really pretty animals and my wife likes pretty animals. I don't want to have some scraggly old nags out there So in that sense, it can be difficult. We have a bottle baby. I didn't read the whole comment. But if you're looking for a buck, there's tons of there's if you had a reproductive place that was close to you, it's easy to you can take a buck to there to get artificially inseminated. We artificially inseminate the cattle. I actually just did a class on artificial insemination. There's a couple. It's probably 5 or 10 videos back. Nina, dude. I'm not even. So Josh, I'm not even going to respond to that comment because it's funny because what I have going through my mind might not be what Nina has going through her mind.
Well, I'm gonna have to get the horse loaded up.
So, Shannon, I always was told around, a lot of farmers always told me when I was a kid, at that point you couldn't give goats away. Now they're high dollar, but they always said, if it won't hold water, it won't hold a goat. And my God, that is true. So,
They want out, they're gonna. But I guess that's
yeah. We had longhorns whenever I was a kid. We had the big bull, and he was massive bull. He would get out, like he would just walk up to the fence and hook it and open it up and just walk on through. So we ended up putting a bull ring in his nose with about 1.5 foot long chain on that sucker. And he'd get hung up in that fence and he'd sit there and he'd just holler and for you to come get him out. Mine stayed. Randy, you want to come and build some fence with me?
Got a fence to you.
Well, I haven't seen them pasture. So they stay in our little corral area. It's when we let them out on the big pasture. So they have, I think, about 8 acres to run on. And that's just only kept in with a hot wire. And only one side of the hot wire is even hot, the one on the highway side, just because I don't want them to get on the highway. Hey, would you put with the finger now?
Sorry, I gotta get Ava loaded up.
Okay.
And I just kind of pulled the pants on. Okay, I'm not. Water though.
I don't know, Josh. You may have. The ones we had, the female, the cows would stay in, but that dang bull, he would. I think there's probably more longhorns in that part of the country where we lived at, bred by our bull than any other bull over there.
That would be.
Yeah, so it's almost 600 feet just on one side of the big pasture, and then you have another 460 feet. And then I don't remember what the other two measurements are. But yeah, I couldn't afford to put cattle panels out there. But her corrals are really nice. They're like Phil's.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Sorry, I'm reading comments real quick. Dan, the sheep, they say the sheep do stay in easier. I don't know if that's true or not. Ava had show lambs, and they're stupid as all get out. Just personal opinion. And the one thing about sheep, they are more apt to get parasites, and they naturally, a lot of people vaccinate for sore mouth and other things. Goats can get sore mouth too, but they vaccinate sheep for that stuff and give it to them. Yeah, your goats are spoiled. Yeah, okay, Josh. But that's just my opinion on goats, because I didn't have some of the problems that I have currently um, before we had the show lambs, and I did less maintenance then than I do now, and that's one of the reasons why there's going to be a huge reduction in the herd size pretty quick, is because I just don't want to have to deal with um, I just don't want to have to deal with them. And I'm more of a cattle person anyway. The reason why we got the goats was the kids wanted the goats, and now Emma, the only one that wants to show, she wants to show a heifer. Well, so we're looking into that. Jen, what are you talking about, goats or cows? Bell Loop, you're going crazy with wanting to loom the the wool off of a goat. That's just, I mean, that's what you want to do. That's awesome. I would watch it, but man, that'd be crazy. No, goats, in my opinion, don't need as much as sheep do, but cattle do need even less than goats. Goats, or cattle, um, cattle and hogs are my favorite animals. Hogs, will probably always be. I don't know if I've said it before, but I worked on a hog farm for 11 years at a show hog farm, but I also worked for a cattle ranch, which was actually right beside that. But they actually still are running, and I help them every once in a while. But they have probably like 6,000 acres around, really close to us. Yeah, cattle are When are you leaving? Yeah, I will. The cattle are, to me personally, prettier to look at. But that's just my opinion. Randy cracks me up. But I'm not getting sidetracked, Randy. I'm just trying to think the best way to answer that. I just like cattle more. I always have. My grandpa was a big cattleman. They had at one time. My great grandpa, he had I think 9,000 acres. And now it's all got divided up because of aunts and uncles and everything else like that. And, I mean, you guys know how that goes. No, you're right, Shannon. It's not that bad, but it's not near with cattle. Cattle, you don't literally have to do anything to. Like you just did your feet trimming the other day. I was watching you. If you had most of the time beef cattle, you don't even have to trim their feet. That's more so in the dairy world. My grandpa was a cattle. Yeah, I grew up. I trained my own roping horse and everything. I trained a lot of horses. One of that guy that I borrowed my buck, he used to raise a bunch of horses. So every year we'd get all the 2-year-olds out and put about 10 or 15 rides on them, and then kick them back out, and then we'd get all the 3-year-olds out of the pastures that hadn't been rode, and we'd ride probably about 10 or 15 of them a year. I just can't handle the falling anymore. The kids asked me one time, Dad, how many times have you been bucked off? I was like, more times than I care to even think about. Well, guys, I have to run Ava over to Nina's mom's house and Emma, and then I think Landon and I and Nina are going to go out to dinner. I did share but not anymore. Oh, yeah. Oh, the dogs are on in here. But well, guys, I hope you guys come and catch the live on Saturday. Josh and I will be live at 10. I think I have the timer set for 10:05. I just did that to kind of give me a little bit of a cushion, but I should be hitting the live at. My foot's completely good now, as long as I don't step on a sideways with it. Yeah. Yeah, so if you guys, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna hop off here. If you guys could all come to the live for Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time, Josh and I will be here, and the family and I appreciate you guys stopping in for the live stream, and we hope you guys have a great evening. So have a good one, and we'll catch you next time. Nina's gonna leave me if I don't get off. Not leave me like she's gonna leave me home. See you guys later.